How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Command Deadeye. Commando. Psy-Freak. Command Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Command Deadeye. Sentinel. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Psy-Freak. Commando. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Saboteur chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move.
That's right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Stay on target. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Good hit. emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. Watch out for you. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Now that's a flesh wound. Keep hauling yourself into the air. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But Was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for them. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Dobra, jakie?
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Baluotoloa.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Baluotoloa.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Lotolu bayo.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Ato wamawa.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast.
Kutuvun poputore.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it...
Iboda kelmok.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa
Momomboso?
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present.
Papa mofobak.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart.
To wavu.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no... Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent... The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get... You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono was... You handle that net. One day, he hopes that... But today, your focus... Now that you've seen... From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pen. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her.
C'est toi t'en pas qui là?
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone.
Dans le mawawanya.
He says he remembers every single day.
Fabobe. Muk kofar.
The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
Vunko vuntu.
The genetic evolution that occurred after the His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Ugambun ang ugagad yebroma wufu.
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Yuba dolo waiwai.
The road ahead.
Tika ma perna.
He wants you to...
Bobo dubuko.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe.
Do wawu.
You're getting the hang of it. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a bet. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and he believes the tribe Sifu's Myriad. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. You're feeling mighty low. Had better days. Chop chop. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tri-war began. Individual attention. Swoon. Shot through. You're harmed. Right in the face. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says the Sifu is popular these days as the tribe grows stronger.
Sibi? Lapvanen aginkanman. Geratna fal hutut mus tugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort, but he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. There's something about your spirit. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original. Your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons, the boomerang, the shuriken. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot. Once you've dealt with the rivals out, seeing you bring, he remembers your Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong. You have things to do, places. Understands you have. You have things. Says the Tree of Life.
Ajudep ein Ouch alla Giuge.
You got the moves. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Starting to add up. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Try again when you have some key energy. trigger finger. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he says, that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great but you need practice, lots of practice. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You should know. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It should... He wonders what usefulness you found. He says he can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the He'd love to teach you.
Dulu, Jobo, Yulo.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will... It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you. That you've all... They look determined. Better watch out.
Saluto.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going.
Mutasavana, aripotisi.
He's not scared of anything.
Ala capi.
There's no way they'll let you...
Ah, zonki da bipari.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Di feresit.
He says you're right. Nobody can... She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for all disciples. That's the... Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Wow.
He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training.
Como Judo Vavazin.
He'll talk to her, sure, but
Mashako Hirsave.
he suggests...
Mishako Her.
He's curious to see what you've found.
Sedain Yah.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making...
Sedain Yah.
He says it's about time you learned how.
Dre.
The style...
Goga.
You should...
Ishko.
He's looking for...
Kamonu.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Mustiki muhka.
Hopes you're as ready as you...
Kamonu.
She says she is eager to get started.
Orasa durut.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Orasa durut.
Thanks you for being...
Tropalo.
Been working on a present.
Vaseno kasaman varut.
You should go Catchy.
Ruhemuhtono.
Your
Andro?
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a
Moni basa.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever...
Moni basa.
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Anson bara.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Arialoche nui mumera.
Rest, and you'll find... Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Yensi. Kamonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Orasa durut.
Your Muma says this is it, the time.
Ben nampusa.
Whatever happens, you need to know. Here it comes, the past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Feels good on you? The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. It's becoming terminal. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You complete. Look, an emergency box from the old... Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Whacked! Burnt all! That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of the Toxanol Corporation made this place. And Toxanol never cared about the waste. There must be a You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. It's getting lighter out. That's a Jagni tribe outpost.
Eva Sayo Due Wanucha.
Hates that you're wasting your...
Oh, Sora Sayo, Pona Sayo.
Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. Here's the first line of That's a bomb lobber. Spot, wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Didn't line them up just right. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Everything's clocking together. So many keys, so many locks. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Wants revenge on those... A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it, then hit it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. It's complicated. Give it another try. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
What? Para misa.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned...
Gelen denken de woorden, ja.
Figures out of date says he's doing his best.
Loa tolu dum.
He had a feeling you'd get...
Loma utulu. Ba yowo.
You seem...
Ronto konto pon yevun gojo.
That doesn't sound good. Out-of-date's forebodings are justified. The
Farfarifto. Tuka kubka nuka noburak.
gizmo...
Ba no yualu.
Volop marati.
He knows things that you need to know.
Volop marati.
The rival tribe still has 2 outposts left.
Volop marati.
Wonders why the Lotus don't get splashing harder. They don't measure up.
Al de gozer gaan het echt wel aan wennen denken.
He knows things that you...
Dit de woede woese hart.
Hey, tough guy. Looks good. The sky is as bright as it's going to be.
Koibe o korfabe.
There's no...
Ewe bobuye.
He's... There's news of a...
Så lad sig som.
That's a gnote. Easy prey for Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind. It's the chug yard. Everything is at stake. Needs a key. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chuggers out of here. Big machines on rails with... The rails you... You're... Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomper bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. You're hurt bad. The day is wasting. Time to get to it. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. I need to brush up on my Wando, but Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that once... He says you should know that what's meant to be will... Gizmo encourage...
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous.
I've got all the cold sick bird.
Oh, do you have to insult me? Oh,
I don't have to.
Hard to believe the world... What? Gizmo says it... You should return when you've retrieved the... There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. Your lungs aren't built for this. For being cut off from the surface, this isn't too bad. It's harder for others to see you in the dark. Even the sound seems sharper here. Take small breaths. Excellent balance. It's a wild sensation to be away from the open air. Bad place to be dizzy. Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. Don't tip over. Whatever you do it right, or don't do it at all. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. He's been working on another project. The best way to find... Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than... The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. The bright time creatures are getting up. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. This one's impressed to see you out here. Says he's a monster haunter. The Moog says that choosing... It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, the... Says it's what... Says you should give up on working with the stubborn Myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones. Says they keep the... He says the wildlife. He's not sure. Right now, though, he feels he's come. Says he's not sure, but if you're going to haunt something, it seems a waste. Moog says you must learn to... Fortunately for you, he can help. There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down... Says you stick to the... Let's see. Hope you grabbed a big breath. Wait, it's the Scrip holeup. The place is just filled with critters. Hurts a lot. Stay away from that biohazard. You'll want to wash yourself off for a month. This place is like one big secret that keeps unfolding.